Good afternoon. My name is Dennis Sever, and this afternoon my presentation is going to be on how to prepare a Southern style meatloaf, Mama's recipe. So what we're going to start with here is our ingredients. We're going to start with our peppers, sweet peppers. We got green, yellow, orange and green here. We're going to add green peppers and onions, hamburger meat. Then we're going to go with eggs, milk, and meatloaf seasoning. So what we're going to do here is 1 pack per 1 pound of hamburger meat. So let's get started with the prep work. Next, let's start the preparation. We got our tools here. We got our bowls. We got our knives, our chopping board. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a handful of peppers and start the chopping. We're going to cut off the ends. Now we're going to start chopping up peppers. So what we want to do here is get them in a bunch. Got my different knives and just start chopping. Hold your hand firmly on the palm. Use the palm of your hand and just chop. Okay, now that this part of the preparation is done, we're going to add our onion. Same concept. I'm going to chop it up. And then what I do is I sprinkle it in here into the rest of it and chop it all together. Okay, the next step, now that we got all the peppers and onions done, we're going to transfer them to a strainer so they can get rinsed off. So we're going to go like this, just scrape everything up into a strainer so it can get rinsed. Like so. There we go. Shake it around a little bit, and then we're going to go to the water here and do a little rinse on it. We want it nice and clean. We want clean food. The next step in the preparation is we're going to add the eggs and milk. So what you want to do is for 1 pound of hamburger, you need 2 eggs and 1/3 cup of milk. Let's get started. The next step is we're going to go, once again, 1/3 of whole milk per 1 pound of hamburger meat. So we're going to go with the measuring cup here, and we're going to measure out 1/3. So remember, for each pound, it's 1/3 and 2 eggs. So what I do is just keep adding up to slow the process, so I want my meatloaf to come out perfect. I'll do my 2 eggs and 1/3. Put it in there, mix it together. Your little tool here, and mix it up. Okay, the next step of the preparation is the meat. This evening I'm making a 10-pound meatloaf because I'm having dinner with friends. So what we want to do here is we want to open our meat up. Like so. And just spread it out on the cutting board. Just like so. You don't have to get fancy or nothing. Just rip it open, because you'll see why when we go to the next step. Okay, the next process we're going to go through is the meat. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this and just sprinkle it in there. You know, you ain't got to be fancy with it or, you know, treat it like a baby. Sprinkle that in there like that. And then start mixing it together, like so. Okay, and while you get this going, you want to take a little bit of your egg. And this is kind of important here, important concept, because you don't want to get this all over the counter and all over the floor. So build yourself kind of like a tunnel, like so, see? And just pour that in that little tunnel there, like so, to keep it into the meat. You want it in your meat, not on your counter or on your floor. Take a pack of seasoning, and let's start our mixing process. Like so, and then just mix it together. It's kind of messy, but the outcome, it's all worth it. Just mix it together like so. Add a little more of your peppers, your onions. Remember, important one here, your tunnel. And also meatloaf can go good with like macaroni and cheese, baked potatoes, mashed potatoes and gravy, rice and gravy. It's a good dish and a really good thing, a meatloaf sandwich the next day. It's one of my favorite sandwiches. Okay, so we're just gonna keep mixing. Okay, the next step is we want a base. You can use crackers, you can use breadcrumbs. I prefer flour because it's the way Mama taught me. So you just want to sprinkle a little bit over there. This holds the meatloaf together. You don't want it falling apart in the pan. So that's what your base is. Once again, crackers, breadcrumbs, flour. What I do is I put my flour on there and then I mix it in with the seasoning to keep the flavor, like so. Then just mix all that in and it's ready for the pan. And there you have a meatloaf that's ready for the oven, an hour and a half. Every 30 seconds you want to check it to drain the grease off of it. There you have your Southern style meatloaf. In the oven we go! See you at dinner time.